Hello, and today we're doing a quick tarot spread just to figure out what is going on with the energy lately. Now, with the Lionsgate portal, I was a little shocked that it wasn't weirder, gonna be honest. Usually, the Lionsgate portal for me is very surreal energies, very weird dreams, and very like long, weird dreams. This one was like a very quick one about like three panthers, and I'm like, that's okay. Usually mine are completely insane and very long and very realistically very shamanic or very astral projection type dreams. And this one I'm a little shocked wasn't any. It wasn't weird. I don't know, but I heard we're kind of getting two, which I don't know if that's true. I don't. We'll see. We'll see. Frankly, usually the Lionsgate portal bugs me from like the end of July until like now, and so for it to be like, okay, it was the beginning of the July, and then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So you have priorities coming out: King Solomon, Strength, the Six of Wands reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and which one? It's that one. The Emperor coming out. Okay. Oh, well, that's very clear, and I have Yoga at the bottom of the deck. Um, so priorities in the reverse is about King Solomon. Um, King Solomon was very good about putting his priorities together. I really like. It was very interesting about him. He worked with like what a lot of people would consider the light and the dark, the left hand and the right hand path, which is very interesting when you see like the Seal of Solomon and stuff like that. He had priorities. It wasn't someone who was going to use it for something bad. He ruled with wisdom, and that's good to know. But looking back, it looks like you didn't always rule with your wisdom. You didn't always have your priorities in order or your morals in order in a way. But that's the past. I mean, it's all a process. We're all growing, right? So here we have the Strength card. Right, a lion. We have the Strength card in the upright, so it looks like you've really overcome that kind of need to delve into different topics or kind of to go off of your priorities or your main goals. And we also have the Six of Swords in reverse. Now, typically, this card shows people getting into a boat and leaving a situation. And they're leaving sometimes in the cover of darkness, which means they're kind of leaving shamefully. Now, this card in the reverse either means you're leaving non-shamefully, you're leaving and you're letting everybody know why, and it's for a good reason. Or you're sticking something out because you don't want to leave, you don't want to leave it in a shameful place, which kind of sounds more in tune with where the Strength card is. You're going to have to make that decision on your own, of course, but there really is one of those situations of you need to make that call. You need to focus on your inner strength, where your priorities are, and you need to make that call. So you have the Hierophant in reverse. Now, the Hierophant talks about the path towards enlightenment, but also it typically means the path towards enlightenment in the way that there's certain ways you're supposed to walk the path to enlightenment. Like there's a very structured routine to this. So it may just mean an unstructured path to enlightenment or having false ideals about enlightenment. It can also mean specifically a false friend. So if any of you are looking at, through your life priorities and looking at your inner strength and possibly either leaving a friend or trying to reevaluate your life, good to know. Then we have the Emperor. Now I'm interpreting the Emperor as, you in this situation, because it looks like you've come from a situation where your priorities weren't always in line. You're gaining a sense of inner strength and inner fortitude. You're knowing the call of when to stay and when to go. You're figuring out something on a spiritual level and an overall encompassing life and divine path kind of way. So I'm interpreting the Emperor as you. You're the person who has to make that call. You're the person who is in control of their life and their realm. It's a very masculine energy. Masculine energy usually works from the idea of I shall understand from my own point of view. Nothing wrong with that. And for some of us, that actually is a really big turning point because we don't all do that. So I think it sounds like you're becoming the emperor of your own life. You're becoming in control of your own life. And we have yoga at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is about centering your energy. Yoga, of course, is a very helpful practice, but yoga in particular in this deck means to center your energy. And we also have the Eight of Swords. So that's feeling fenced into an area. But typically the Eight of Swords is someone who's blindfolded and fenced in. They can't see. All they have to do is take the blindfold off and they can walk out of wherever they are. They really think they're imprisoned. So it looks like that's the situation that you're facing now, is you're not imprisoned, you're the master of your own realm, but how you're going to come to that is of your own doing. Let's see, can I get one final message about this situation? Retreat into nature. So this is about very grounding energy coming through. And we have the Six of Wands. Wow. So you have to, it looks like you have to know where your priorities are, where your goals are. And if all else fails, it looks like you're going to have to retreat into nature, retreat into yourself even, to really find where your inner priorities are. No one can just hand you, it's upside down, no one can just hand you the way and say this is the path to enlightenment. You're going to have to go for that on your own, and you're going to have to do it every day. You're going to have to make it your priorities. You're going to have to be the ruler of yourself. You're going to have to be the one to do that. Apollo, focus upon your strength. That's how you get to victory. You have to know where your strengths are, your weaknesses. You have to understand these things about yourself. Because the path to enlightenment is we're all part of divinity. Yeah, that makes total sense. We're all moving on this path of divinity. We're all part of the universe, moving together. That's a very interesting message today. This ended up being a really long reading for me. Peace offering, white buffalo, calf woman. It's a very interesting energy to leave off with. I'm going to leave that there. Very good meditation if you'd like to get into it. Available on YouTube that I've done, where it was like focusing the masculine and feminine energy and really getting it to focus within your own energy and focus at your core, which was very grounding and very helpful. I would recommend doing that, because if you've been acting for too long from feminine energy and suddenly you realize you need to make it a priority to be a masculine energy, it's a heck of a flip over, and no one can tell you exactly how to do it. You really need to meditate that energy into your own being and your own auric field. It's very strange. It's very strange to go through. All does it for today. Thank you so much. It's been Mimi.